Welcome back to the Daily Dose, everyone. Today we're going to really dive deep into a fascinating perspective on reality and personal power.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Have you ever felt like life is maybe a bit more malleable than we usually think?
Hmm.
Like maybe we have more control over our experiences than we realize.
Right.
Well, get ready because that's exactly what we're going to be unpacking today.
Yeah. So, it's funny how we often just take reality for granted.
Right.
We just assume it's this fixed objective thing outside of ourselves.
Yeah.
But, what if our perception plays a much bigger role than we even think?
That's what I find so intriguing about this whole topic.
Right.
It really challenges our basic assumptions about how we experience the world.
Totally.
Like, what if time, as we traditionally understand it, isn't even real?
Yes, the illusion of time. It's a concept that's been explored by philosophers and physicists alike.
Right.
Just think about it. The past is just a collection of memories.
Mm-hmm.
We experience those memories in the present moment. And the future is simply a prediction based on those memories.
Right.
The now moment is all we truly have.
Okay, so that's a powerful realization
Right.
because it makes you think about how much energy we waste dwelling on past regrets
Yeah.
or anxiously anticipating the future, and we miss out on the power of the present moment completely.
Exactly.
But it gets even wilder. What about this idea that reality is actually observer-dependent?
Whoa.
Like our collective consciousness shapes what we experience.
Yeah, that is mind-bending, isn't it? Imagine reality as this giant mirror,
Okay.
and it's reflecting our collective thoughts and beliefs. So if we primarily focus on negativity, fear, and limitation, guess what?
We get more of that.
That's what we're more likely to see reflected back at us.
Okay, so hold on. I need to wrap my head around this for a second.
Okay.
So it's not just that we're noticing more of the negative stuff because we're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You're saying we're actually attracting those experiences because of our focus.
That's the idea. And, it's not as far-fetched as it might sound. Even modern researchers are exploring concepts like simulation theory these days,
Yeah.
which suggests that reality might be a lot more malleable
Okay.
and responsive to our consciousness than we previously thought.
Okay, so that's blowing my mind a little bit.
It's wild.
But how does this actually work on like a practical level?
Right.
Is there a way to kind of harness this potential?
I think so. And that's where this whole thing, the law of assumption, comes in.
Okay.
It suggests that our deeply held beliefs, especially the ones we hold subconsciously, actually shape our reality.
Interesting.
It's like our beliefs act as this magnet, and they draw in experiences that align with them.
Okay, so if I'm constantly worrying about things going wrong,
Yeah.
I'm actually making it more likely that they will.
You got it.
Okay. That's both terrifying and fascinating at the same time.
It's both a challenge and an incredible opportunity.
Right.
Because it really highlights the need to become aware of our subconscious beliefs and consciously choose those that empower us
Yeah.
and support the reality we want to create.
Okay, so this is a lot to take in, and I'm sure our viewers have some thoughts as well. So if any of this is resonating with you guys, drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear your perspectives and experiences. And if you're finding this deep dive intriguing so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to The Daily Dose for more mind-expanding content. Now, to understand this law of assumption on a deeper level, we need to explore these core principles of Hermetic philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that where that whole the all is mind concept comes from?
Exactly. Hermetic philosophy suggests that the universe is fundamentally mental.
Okay.
Everything we experience as physical reality is essentially like a projection of this universal mind.
Wait, so you're saying reality is like a giant thought?
In a way, yes. Think of it as a dream dreamt by a universal consciousness. And if reality is fundamentally mental, then it stands to reason that it can be influenced and shaped by thought.
So if our individual minds are part of this larger universal mind, does that mean we have the power to shape reality with our own thoughts and beliefs?
I think that's the potential that the law of assumption really points to.
Yeah.
That we have more creative power than we realize. It's an empowering concept,
For sure.
but it also raises some really important questions,
Right.
About freedom of choice and responsibility.
Exactly. If our thoughts are so powerful in shaping reality, does that mean we're responsible for everything that happens to us?
Right.
What about all the stuff that seems outside of our control, like accidents or natural disasters?
I mean, that's a question that's been debated for centuries, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's about claiming that we consciously manifest every single event in our lives, good or bad.
Right.
But it is about recognizing that we have a choice in how we respond to those events, how we interpret them, and what meaning we assign to them.
So instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance,
Right.
we can choose to focus on what we can control, which is our own thoughts, beliefs, and actions.
Precisely. It's about shifting from this mindset of helplessness to one of empowerment. It's about understanding that we always have the power to choose our perspective, even when things are really rough.
That's a really important distinction.
Yeah.
It's not about denying the reality of difficult situations,
Right.
but rather about choosing how we engage with them mentally and emotionally.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really practical.
Okay.
Because the source material really emphasizes the importance of taking control of our assumptions,
Okay.
particularly those that limit us. Think about all the messages we've absorbed, from society, our families, the media.
Yeah.
So many beliefs about what we're capable of, what we deserve, what's even possible for us.
It's like we've been programmed with all these limitations without even realizing it. So how do we even begin to break free from that?
It starts with awareness.
Okay.
Pay attention to your self-talk, the stories you tell yourself, the assumptions you make about yourself and the world around you. And notice any patterns you know of negativity or limiting beliefs that might be holding you back.
Okay, so awareness is the first step.
Right.
But what do we do once we've identified those limiting beliefs?
Yeah.
How do we actually change them?
I think the key is repetition. Just like advertisers use repetition to influence our buying habits,
Oh, interesting.
we can use it to reprogram our subconscious minds with positive, empowering beliefs.
Gotcha.
Think of it like creating new neural pathways in your brain.
So it's about consciously choosing the thoughts we want to focus on
Yeah,
and repeating them until they become like our new default setting.
exactly. It's about deliberately feeding our minds with the beliefs we want to embody. Write down your goals and aspirations. Phrase them as if they're already happening. Read them aloud every day. Visualize yourself already living that reality.
So instead of saying like, I hope to get that promotion,
Right.
I should say, I am confident and capable and I am being promoted.
Yes. It's about shifting your language and your thoughts to align with the reality you want to create.
Yeah.
It might feel a little awkward at first,
Right.
but with consistent practice, those new beliefs will start to feel more and more natural.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about action? Is it enough to just think positive thoughts or do we need to actually do something to make things happen?
It's both. The source material emphasizes the importance of aligning our actions with our intentions.
Okay.
It's about taking inspired action from a place of belief, knowing that you are capable of creating the life you desire.
So it's not about like sitting on the couch visualizing $1 million while binge watching Netflix.
Ah, right. It's about taking those inspired steps, those actions that feel aligned with your deepest desires, even if they're small.
Right.
Remember, every journey starts with a single step.
I'm loving this.
Got it.
It's so empowering to realize that we have more control over our reality than we often give ourselves credit for.
Absolutely. And another aspect of this journey is about recognizing that the external world, while it certainly seems real and impactful, is not the ultimate source of our reality.
Wait, what? How can you say the external world isn't important? We interact with it every day.
Of course we do. It's our perception of the world, our reactions to it, that ultimately shapes our experience. So what if instead of getting caught up in the drama of external events, we focus on our inner knowing, our intuition, as the guiding force in our lives?
So instead of reacting to circumstances,
Right.
we should respond from a place of inner knowing.
Exactly. It's about trusting your inner compass, that quiet voice within that always knows what's best for you.
Okay.
It's about making choices that feel aligned with your soul's purpose rather than being swayed by external pressures or expectations.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about taking back our power and recognizing that we are not just victims of circumstance.
Right.
We are powerful creators capable of shaping our reality from the inside out.
Precisely.
Right.
And remember, the seeming challenges and obstacles in life are actually opportunities for growth and expansion. They're like the resistance training for our souls, helping us become stronger and more resilient.
Oh, that's a really empowering perspective.
Yeah.
It's about shifting from why is this happening to me
Yeah.
to what can I learn from this?
Yes.
And how can I use this experience to grow?
And this brings us to another key concept. Time is an illusion.
Okay.
The past and future are simply mental constructs, and the only reality we truly have is the present moment.
Okay. We talked about this a little bit earlier,
Yay.
but I'm still struggling with the idea of time being an illusion.
It's tough.
It feels so real. I mean, I have a calendar full of deadlines, and I'm definitely getting older.
I hear ya. It's a challenging concept to grasp because we're so conditioned to experience life linearly.
Right.
But think about it this way. If you're constantly dwelling on past regrets or worrying about future possibilities, you're essentially taking energy away from the present moment.
Yeah.
The only place where you can actually create change.
So it's about being fully present in each moment,
Right.
savoring the good times and approaching challenges with this sense of empowered detachment,
Yes.
knowing that this too shall pass.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that every moment is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to create the reality we desire.
This is so much to take in.
Ah,
I feel like we've covered so much ground, but there's still so much more to explore. What about this idea of waking up from the dream of reality? I'm intrigued, but I'm also a little confused.
well, it's a concept that has been explored by mystics and spiritual teachers for centuries.
Right.
And it's about recognizing that we are more than just our physical bodies and limited personalities.
Yeah.
It's about realizing our true nature as part of something much larger than ourselves, something eternal and interconnected.
So it's like waking up from the illusion of separation and experiencing the interconnectedness of all things.
Yes. It's about remembering who we truly are, powerful, limitless beings, having a temporary human experience. It's about recognizing the divine spark within ourselves and within everyone we meet.
This is getting deep. It's like a whole new way of looking at life, at ourselves, at everything.
This waking up process is the ultimate goal of the game of life. It's about remembering our true nature and experiencing the joy and freedom that comes with that realization.
This is incredible. It's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get too lost in the cosmic wonders, I want to remind our viewers that we love hearing your thoughts and experiences. What's resonating with you from this conversation? Have you had any aha moments? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to The Daily Dose for more thought-provoking content like this.
Now back to this idea of waking up. It's important to understand that this journey is unique for each individual.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Gotcha.
It's about following your own inner guidance, trusting your intuition, and allowing yourself to expand into your fullest potential.
That's reassuring to hear. It's not about following some rigid dogma or achieving some specific state of enlightenment. It's about trusting our own inner wisdom
Yeah.
and allowing ourselves to evolve organically.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we are all on this journey of self-discovery, and that journey is unfolding perfectly in its own time.
I'm curious, what are some practical ways that we can support this waking up process? Is it about meditation, spiritual practices?
There are many paths, but I think the core principles are often the same.
Okay.
It's about cultivating self-awareness, quieting the mind, connecting with your inner guidance, and practicing compassion and kindness towards yourself and others.
So it's not necessarily about escaping from the world and living in a cave,
Right.
but rather about bringing more consciousness and intentionality to our everyday lives.
Precisely. It's about finding that balance between inner exploration and outer engagement,
Yeah.
recognizing that both are essential aspects of the human experience.
This has been such a mind-expanding conversation. I feel like my whole perspective on reality has shifted.
It's a lot to take in, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of exploring these concepts. They challenge our assumptions, and they open us up to new possibilities.
Yeah. One thing that really struck me is this idea that we don't need to be perfect to create the reality we desire.
Oh, that's huge.
It's not about flawlessly manifesting every little thing,
Right.
but rather about shifting our underlying beliefs and trusting the process.
That's a really important point. It's about progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that we are always evolving and growing, and that even our mistakes can be valuable learning experiences.
It's like we're all on this journey together, each of us navigating our own unique path.
Yeah.
It really is a journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, the more we explore these ideas, the more we realize how interconnected we all are.
Absolutely. And, that sense of interconnectedness can be incredibly comforting.
Yeah.
because it's this reminder that we're not alone on this journey. We have access to infinite support and guidance, whether we call that universal consciousness or our higher selves or simply the wisdom of the universe.
So even when things feel really challenging,
Yeah,
we can tap into that sense of connection
absolutely.
and know that we're not truly alone.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we're all part of something much bigger than ourselves, and that there's this wisdom and intelligence at play that far surpasses our limited understanding.
That's a really beautiful perspective. It's like shifting from a sense of fear and isolation to a feeling of trust and surrender to something greater than ourselves.
And this whole journey of waking up, it's not about becoming some perfect enlightened being.
Right.
It's about embracing our humanity,
Yeah.
our imperfections, and recognizing that it's all part of the process.
Okay, good, because sometimes these spiritual concepts can feel a bit intimidating.
I know.
Like we need to reach some unattainable level of perfection.
I understand, but the source material really emphasizes that this journey is meant to be joyful.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a source of stress or self-judgment. It's about embracing the wonder and the mystery of life, playing the game with enthusiasm, and allowing ourselves to be surprised by the infinite possibilities that are out there.
So it's not about striving for some distant goal, but rather about enjoying the journey itself.
Exactly. It's about being present in each moment, appreciating the beauty around us, connecting with our hearts, and allowing ourselves to be guided by something greater than our limited minds.
I love that. It's a reminder to lighten up, to not take ourselves too seriously, and to remember that ultimately it's all about love.
Beautifully said. If you could sum up this whole discussion into a few key takeaways for our listeners, what would they be?
Well, first, I think it's crucial to remember that reality is far more malleable than we often think.
Yeah,
Our perceptions and beliefs play such a powerful role in shaping our experiences.
for sure.
So it's essential to become aware of those beliefs and choose those that empower us.
Absolutely. And second, we have the power to choose those beliefs.
Yeah.
We're not victims of circumstance. We have the power to consciously create a reality that aligns with our deepest desires.
And third, this journey of waking up is not some distant goal, but a process that's unfolding right now.
Right.
It's about remembering our true nature as part of something larger than ourselves and experiencing the joy and freedom that comes with that realization.
Those are powerful takeaways.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ponder, but it's also incredibly inspiring.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that anything is truly possible when we align our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with our highest potential.
So if you could leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question to ponder,
Okay.
what would it be?
If you could consciously choose the assumptions that will shape your reality, what would you choose to believe?
Wow, that's a powerful question. It really challenges us to examine our beliefs and align them with the reality we want to create. Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible deep dive. It's been an absolute pleasure exploring these concepts with you.
The pleasure was all mine. And to all our amazing viewers, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and subscribe to the Daily Dose for more mind-expanding deep dives. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep creating the reality of your dreams.